Miata is always the answer, is what they say. So I've got a 1993 Mazda Miata, and I bought it with the whole intention to track the car. And it's a well-known thing. You hop on the internet, people say, you want a track car, you want a Miata. Miata is always the answer, is what they say. And I'm here to confirm that. That is indeed the case. And with anything, the more tools you've got that kind of do the work for you, the less you learn, or at least the slower you learn. And my whole thing was I wanted to get really good at this tracking thing. As soon as I bought the car, I went ahead and got the safety gear. Being a convertible and being an older car, you actually need rollover protection beyond what came factory. So it was those kinds of things up front. I put in a roll bar, I put in racing seats, and there's a lot to this. There's actually certifications that these seats go through to make sure that they're safe and everything like that. So there's a lot of record keeping involved, and it's nice to have something like VINwiki to keep all that together. So I started out building this car with the whole intention of it being just the simplest form of something I can consistently go out on track with. And by consistent, I mean I put coilovers on it only because the suspension was totally shot because it was over 200,000 miles. But I dialed them into the factory-centered settings and left it there. I've been tracking at this point almost 3 years on stock suspension other than just coilovers, no performance adds, nothing like that. I've just stepped up in tire. My whole intention with that was the longer I can work on my driving skill without having that added variable of the car changing, the faster I could learn to be a better driver. And that's proved to be true. So only recently have I noticed a lot of issues with pops and creaks and rattles and things like that in the suspension that it became time to deal with all of the bushings. So all at once, I recently swapped out all the bushings to a stiffer rubber compound. I threw in sway bars because if I was going to redo the alignment, I'd do all that at once. The power steering rack went out, so I replaced it as well. And really, all of the suspension and the bottom end got a rebuild and a refresh. So now I know the car is going to continue to be consistent. It's a lot flatter around turns now, and I swapped in a limited slip differential, so I'm going to get that edge that that will really help all of my skills now shine, now that I've been able to drive consistently on one setup and then change it. So it's really neat to watch that progression, and it's been great to be able to document all of that so that I know here's what I was able to do for these 3 years, and let's see what the next 3 years has to come.